This movie is so nostalgic for me, and it's one of my favorite werewolf movies ever. Let's do it. Silver Bullet takes place in the spring of 1976 in the town of Tarker's Mills, Maine. And it opens up with this railroad worker named Arnie being decapitated by this unseen creature. We learn that Arnie was like the town drunk, so everybody just thinks that it was an accident. Then meet our two main characters, Jane, who's 15, and her younger brother Marty, who is 11, and also a paraplegic, so he's confined to a wheelchair. We see that they have just a typical rocky brother-sister relationship. They're constantly arguing. Then some more tragedies start to happen in the small town of Tarker Mills. One night, this woman named Stella, who we had seen earlier, is pregnant, and the guy who got her pregnant is denying that it's her baby. She is about to take a bunch of pills to commit suicide when suddenly, a creature comes through her window and brutally murders her. The next day, Marty takes his friend Tammy home from school, and that night we see her father be brutally murdered by a creature in their greenhouse. Not long after, we see that Marty's best friend Brady is the next victim of this creature. So the townspeople are absolutely outraged, and they're pissed that the sheriff isn't doing more to keep them safe. One night they form this vigilante group, and when the sheriff tries to stop it, Brady's father comes in and is like, "My son was torn apart and you didn't do shit. Like, fuck you, we're going out there." However, as the group is out in the middle of the foggy woods that night, 3 of them are pulled under the fog and brutally killed by an unseen creature. We cut to the funerals for these 3 townspeople, and the local Reverend Lowe is presiding over it, and he has this crazy nightmare where everybody in the church turns into werewolves, but he wakes up. So Marty is obviously already distraught over his best friend's death, and when he finds out that the town has canceled their yearly fireworks celebration, that's his last straw. So Marty's family has their own celebration since the town's is canceled, and Marty's Uncle Red is there. We see that Uncle Red has caused some issues because he's an alcoholic and his mother doesn't want him drinking around Marty. Marty absolutely loves him, especially when he reveals the Silver Bullet. So the Silver Bullet is a wheelchair, but it looks like a motorcycle and it has an engine on it, like the thing rips. Uncle Red also gives Marty a bunch of fireworks because he's like, just because you can't see the fireworks doesn't mean you can't make your own. That night, Marty sneaks out to the bridge where he starts setting off these fireworks, and we see a creature watching him in the distance, and it starts to approach. And sure enough, Marty looks up and sees a werewolf, and he is able to take this rocket and shoot it at it, and it gets the werewolf in the left eye. So Marty was pretty sure that whoever was committing these murders wasn't a human, but now he's absolutely certain. He tries to tell Uncle Red, who just thinks he's crazy, but when he tells Jane, for some reason she believes him. So she decides she's going to help him, and she starts going door to door collecting bottles and cans to see if anybody has an issue with their left eye where Marty shot the thing. Sure enough, she finds that Reverend Lowe has his left eye patched up. Marty and Jane know that no adults are going to believe them, so Marty starts writing the Reverend letters, basically telling him to take himself out so he can't commit any more murders. But the Reverend is not having this, and one day he chases Marty home in his car and tries to run him off a bridge and kill him. Just as he's about to finish the job, somebody walks by and Marty calls for help, so the Reverend runs. So the 2 of them tell Uncle Red what happened, and he finally starts to believe them when he sees paint on the side of the Silver Bullet that matches Reverend Lowe's car where he hit him. Marty and Jane both give Uncle Red their silver necklaces so he can go and have a silver bullet made. Red also goes to the sheriff and tells him that he should look into Reverend Lowe, but when he goes to the church that night, he is brutally killed by him in werewolf form in his garage. So Marty knows that the Reverend is going to come for him, but he's going to wait till the full moon so he's the most powerful. When the full moon rolls around, the 3 of them stay up and they wait. When nothing happens, Uncle Red is like, "I feel like an idiot, you guys need to go to bed," and he takes the silver bullet out of the gun. But then Jane sees the werewolf in the window and the power is cut. And suddenly the thing straight up jumps through the wall and attacks Uncle Red. And in the chaos, the silver bullet falls into a grate. Struggle ensues as the werewolf goes back and forth between Red and Jane. But ultimately, Marty is able to get the bullet and he shoots the werewolf in the other eye. We see a reverse transformation as it transforms back into Reverend Lowe and he dies. The 3 of them hug and Jane and Marty tell each other that they love each other and the movie ends.